Good morning, and we're in chapter 15. Chapter 15 starts with this song and then ends with them traveling the first few miles into the wilderness, a few days in the wilderness, I should say. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he overthrown into the sea. So he starts off. I haven't looked at this close enough, but I think it's a chiasmus. So he starts off with talking about what the Lord has done for them and overcoming Egypt. And Lord is my strength and song. He has become my salvation. He is my God. I will prepare him an habitation. And basically that means I will praise him. My father's God, I will exalt him. Remember, when it says my father's God, he's talking about the God of Abraham and Isaac and of Jacob. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. I think this is where they often say, oh, the Old Testament is full of a vengeful God because he's a man of war and things like that. And as they can see it, he fought their battles for them. So, yeah, he is that. But he's also a man of mercy, but he's going to keep bringing this back. Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts he hath cast into the sea. Captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them, and they sank to the bottom as stone. That's quite a picture to picture there. But that's what they just saw. They literally saw that happen. And this is a good reminder for them, a song to remember what had happened at the Red Sea. To not forget it. And remember, that's the whole point, is they're not to forget that it's the Lord that did these and not just something that just happened. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed to pieces the enemy. And there's a thing here on the Lord's right hand. What does the right hand symbolize? Now, to me, this is something that has been of interest to me, I guess, in the past because I'm left-handed. And I see how many things are made for the right hand. And so this is really just us putting in perspective of which is usually the more powerful hand. Mine is the left, but 95% of people have a right-handedness, right-handed. When I was at university, all the desks were right-handed except for a couple on the side of the room that were left-handed because you couldn't get into the desk if you didn't have them that way, and it worked out where I'd sit was on the left-hand side of the room, right against the wall, where I could lean my hand to right, while all the other desks are right-handed. Just an interesting fact. But what does the right hand symbolize? The scriptures often speak of the right hand of God with symbolic significance. For example, God's right hand is associated with righteousness and power in making covenants. The Lord is also described as executing judgment and saving his people with his right hand. Jesus is often described as being at the right hand of God, and the righteous will dwell eternally on God's right hand. So it's this symbolism of being on the dominant side in a way. And in greatness, and notice in these words, power, greatness, overthrown, blast, all of these are power words. And in greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together, and the floods stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. Oh, sorry. It went funny. And the enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind the sea, it covered them. They sank as lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like unto thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praise, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength, in thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina, or Palestine. Palestina is Palestina, and then the dukes, or the elders, or whatever, of Edom shall be amazed, and mighty men of Moab. Trembling shall take hold upon them, and the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. It's important that he mentions them because they will have to meet with them next and deal with them. And it's kind of looking forward. It says, look what he's done to the Egyptians. Now you've got to go and face these people too. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm. They shall be still as stone, and thy people shall pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over which thou hast purchased. And thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hands have established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. See how it's just told us all about the Lord and his goodness and what he can do. And that's what we need to do sometimes in our life, is turn things over to him. And the Lord shall reign over and remember him in good times as bad. In a way, this is their good time. For the horse of Pharaoh went with his chariots and his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry ground. He's come back to the same thing there as he started in the beginning about the Pharaoh being swallowed up, and his people, or the people of Egypt. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out with her with timbrels, with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord. For he has triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days into the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Moriah, they could not drink the waters of Moriah, for they were bitter. Moriah means bitter. Therefore, the name of it was Moriah. And if we just go here in the right hand, we see how was the tree cast into the waters of Moriah. That tells you what they do. When Moses obeyed the Lord's command to cast the tree into the waters of Moriah, the water which had once been bitter and unfit to drink became healed and pure. Like the tree that brought healing to Moriah's water, Jesus Christ offers his healing power to cleanse us and remove bitterness from our lives. After the miracle at Moriah, the Lord proclaimed, I am the Lord that healeth thee. I want to point out here that why even do that? Why not just have Moriah? Oh, look. Oh, no, they're coming towards Moriah. I'm going to make it pure. He could have made it pure any time. And he didn't need a tree to do it. He could have done it because he is the Lord. They were just singing about that. He can do tons of miracles. And he didn't need to put the tree in there, but he put it in there so they would know. This has to do with his relationship with his children, Israel, and how they worship him. They need to know these things. And the people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? Now, we're going to find a lot of murmuring and complaining in the next 40 years, or less even. This is like 3 years, 3 days, and they're murmuring. But do they have reason? I don't want to get down on the people saying, look, they saw all those miracles, they shouldn't murmur. I think we see miracles every day today, and yet we still tend to complain. And when you're talking about drinking, I was thinking a while ago when some pipes burst somewhere and nobody was with water, they could not drink anything without getting something in. And we live in a place where the government can provide drinking water, and we also, as people, I remember sending water to help out, just bottles of water. They're already bottled. They didn't have that. They had Moses. They had no other way of figuring out how to drink. They went to the place that they should be able to drink. They couldn't drink it. And they couldn't go back. The Red Sea is part of the sea and is salty, so can't drink it either. They've got to have drink somewhere else, so they will die. And he cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree, which, when he cast into the waters, were made sweet. And he made them a statue and an ordinance, and there proved them, and said, If thou wilt diligently hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. I love that statement. I am the Lord that healeth thee. And he's not going to bring those diseases. He's saying, okay, I'm going to heal this water because you are my people. If you do what I say, if you listen to my voice and give ear to it, I will be there for you. And they came to Elim. There were 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the water. So that's the first few days. A lot goes on. I hope you have a wonderful day and that you get to drink a lot, and we'll see you tomorrow.